Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Pat with Texas Freshwater Fly Fishing. Today we're just going to go over a quick little short video on how to put some backing onto your fly reel. All right, here we go. All right, y'all, let's talk about getting this backing onto our fly reel. The first thing you want to check out when you're putting your backing onto your fly reel is making sure that your reel is set up for the proper retrieve for you. I'm right-handed. I cast with my right hand. Okay, I use a left-handed retrieve reel. So make sure it's set up the right way for you. If it's not, you need to fix that now before you start setting up your reel and putting all the line on. Okay, so to attach the backing onto our reel, and I'm using this old Martin reel that I got off of Facebook in a pretty good deal that I restored, and I need to get it all set up. So how do I attach the backing to this? Well, that's where we're going to start. First thing I want to do, now that I know the reel's set up the right way, is I'm going to use an arbor knot, or what I call an arbor knot, to attach my backing to my reel. Okay. The first thing I do when setting that up is I tie an overhand knot into my backing. Just take a simple overhand knot and cinch that down pretty tight. Okay. We're going to go ahead and trim off that excess there at the end of that knot. All right, now when I'm putting the backing on my fly reel, I try to go the opposite direction of the way the line reels. It makes it a little bit easier for it to just grab when you're first starting. So go ahead and put that around. Go ahead and get your line, your fly line, or your backing line all the way around your reel spool. Okay, and then what we're going to do from here to kind of complete this arbor knot is tie a simple overhand knot around the main line. You can see this is what's going to be my main line. This is what I'm going to use to tie the knot with. So we're going to tie an overhand knot, get to where you can see this here, an overhand knot around that main backing line. Okay, we're going to tie that overhand knot around that main backing line, and this is why that first knot was important. That's what it's going to cinch down to. And then we're just going to go ahead and cinch it down and tighten it to our reel seat, or our reel spool. Just pull it tight, tighten it down. You can see I got that there. This spool has a nice little groove where you can get it set in there. Once that's in there, everything's already cleaned up and trimmed up, and that's pretty much it. Now you've got it attached. Now we just got to go ahead and reel it on to our spool. All right, y'all, now you got your backing tied onto your spool, and we just need to reel it on. You need to be able to determine how much backing you are going to put onto your spool. And the easiest way to do that is just kind of look at the recommendations from the manufacturer of your reel. They usually have recommendations on that. If you can't find that, like I said, this is an old reel. I didn't buy new, I bought it used. I restored it myself. You can kind of play with how much you put on there, but basically a simple rule of thumb for me, if I'm setting up a freshwater reel, I'll set up between 100 to 150 yards of backing usually, or a saltwater reel, I set up between 200 and 250 yards of backing, typically. So once you get it set up, I have a real simple setup. I have a cardboard box. I stick a pencil through my backing spool, and I stick that pencil through the box, and it provides enough tension for me. And all you got to do is reel it on, and you try to reel it on as smooth as you can. Make sure that backing, you keep a little bit of tension on that backing. I like to make sure my drag is tightened down when I do this. Make sure you keep tension on the line, and make sure as you're reeling it on, you're not getting it too high in one side of your reel or the other. You want it to make it flat all the way across. And just reel. pause for a minute while we're putting this backing onto the fly reel. Let's talk about why we're putting the backing on. So there's a couple reasons why we're putting the backing on. The first one's pretty obvious. If you hook onto a good sized fish and it goes for a run and it takes off on you, say you're fishing a river, it gets in the current and goes, or you're fishing the salt and you get into something pretty big and it takes off on you, right? Your fly line is usually only 90, 100 feet long. The fly line I'm putting onto this reel is going to be 90 feet long. So that fish might need to run further than that. This backing you put on gives you some more space for that fish to run. The other reason that you want to put this backing on is it increases the size of the arbor, or where the line sits on the reel, on the reel. And the larger you can increase that, each turn of the handle is going to be more fly line that you're bringing in. So it's going to allow you to bring in your fly line a little bit faster if you have a larger arbor created from this backing you're putting on. So those are two main reasons, you know, if the fish takes off and runs, and to increase how much line you pick up every time you turn the handle of your reel. All right, let's go ahead and keep putting this backing on. All right, there we go. Got about 230 yards of the backing onto my fly reel. And that's pretty much how you do it. Make sure it's even and smooth as you reel it across there. And that's all you really got to do. All right, so there we go. We got the backing onto the fly reel. Again, just make sure you put it on nice and smooth. In the next video, we'll go ahead and talk about attaching your fly line to this backing. If you want more information on this or a lot of other stuff, make sure you check out TexasFreshwaterFlyFishing.com. Like, share, and subscribe to these videos, guys. It helps me out. But yeah, I hope this helped you out. Hope you learned a little bit of something. Go get your reel set up so you can go fly fishing. Thanks, guys.